Out of the Rough, the Association of Women Entrepreneurs edition. I'm here with my fabulous co-host, Fred Arnold.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have another amazing guest.
All your guests are amazing.
I know. I actually surround myself with some wonderful
people.
Well,
your association with women is always excellent.
Yeah. Well, and you're fabulous too.
Thank you.
So Lisa Odom is our guest today. She is of McDowell Odom LLP, and today we're going to talk about estate planning.
Love this subject. It's put off by so many people, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's put off by everybody.
For those that don't know, what is estate planning?
Well, estate planning is essentially, figuring out what you want done with your assets and your person, your body, in advance of actually dying. So it's planning for your future. It's planning for your future in a not only in the sense of passing away, but also in the sense of during your lifetime. So
it's all about preparation.
It is.
I believe that it's important to set yourself up, especially if you have children.
Yes.
And I always ponder this question when someone needs to get a trust: is there anybody in your family you don't want raising your children?
Yes.
And that motivates people to get a trust.
It really does. And, I was telling Tara beforehand, another thing that happens a lot of times is there's a lot of divorce nowadays, and a lot of times two new families come together, so we have children from prior marriages. And sometimes the second marriage is a long marriage, and so you want to provide for your spouse, but you also want to make sure that your children from your first marriage are still protected. Likewise, your spouse wants to make sure his or her children from their prior marriage is protected. And so it's not just when they're little that you need to worry about it, but it's even when they're grown, especially if you have assets that you want to protect. So
very, very important planning when it comes to that. I mean, it's an ounce of prevention really prevents a lot of problems in the future.
It really does.
Yeah.
So who has assets?
Well, pretty much anybody who's over the age of 18 that has even a bank account has an asset. And since that's probably most of the free world, it's pretty much everybody has an asset. Now, the planning that you do for people with respect to their assets depends on the nature of their assets. I mean, certainly if someone owns any kind of real estate in the state of California, they're probably going to want a trust. There's a lot of reasons for that, but that's definitely going to be necessary. Whereas somebody who maybe just has a bank account and it's really small value, they might just need a will.
And you can help people decide what they need.
Absolutely. We guide our clients on what types of estate planning documents they're going to need, because it's not just a trust or will. There's also powers of attorney, advanced healthcare directives. There's other things that you need to think about when you're crafting your estate plan. So.
Well, let's talk about something that you don't hear about until you have to go through it with a parent that doesn't have a trust, and that is probate.
Yes, probate is basically the court's way of helping devise your property to your heirs when, for whatever reason, you are forced to go to court, whether it be that your assets exceed the value, which is $150,000, or you own real estate in the state of California. Unless you own real estate in joint tenancy or it's held in a trust, there's really no other way to pass that property except through probate. And basically, it's a court process that takes usually a minimum of 9 months up to 18 months, 2 years to actually get the property distributed and enable the personal representative, which is the person who manages your assets after you've passed, to actually deliver them to their rightful new owners.
Yeah, the expense of that. And really, it just is like the trust acts on your behalf when you can't speak for yourself.
Exactly, exactly. And what's really cool about a trust as opposed to a probate is that if for some, God forbid, something happened to you during your lifetime and you're just incapacitated, you're in a coma, or you're suffering from cancer and you're not lucid, whatever the case may be, your family will be able to orderly manage your affairs while you're still alive, while you still have bills to pay, while you still need to make phone calls for credit card companies and utilities. So there's so many neat features of a trust that are just really not available if you don't plan in advance, essentially. But also, in a probate situation, nothing happens until you've actually passed, unless you have to go into conservatorship, which is another huge topic.
Well, we don't have enough time for that topic.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, those that want to reach out to you at McDowell Odom, how can they reach you?
We have a phone number, 661-449-9630.
The easiest way to get a hold of people?
The easiest way.
Yeah, is it actual telephone?
Yes.
Does anybody ever have telephones at home anymore?
I do, actually.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I have one so that the front gate, I can let people in the front gate. Other than that, there's no need for one, right?
And you have a website, too.
Yes, www.McDowellOdom.com.
Perfect.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Lisa.
Great job.
Thanks.
We're going to jump to a quick break, and we'll be right back.